Hey guys, we're back after technical difficulties.
Hopefully.
But we sacrificed Twitch to gain YouTube and Colton.
Yeah. Well, I'm the one that stuck the dagger in.
Yeah. So thanks for bearing with us while we figured this shit out. So anyways, I think last we were talking was the bank. So you guys have made your way over towards the bank, which is this Coliseum. Yes, sorry.
So we have not swapped out our money yet?
No. We were in the middle of that and the stream died.
Gotcha.
Yep. So you guys are brought over to the bank. As you walk in, there's like desks upon desks of people working and talking to other people. Stibbles takes one look at it and goes, "Nope, I'm not spending money here," and he walks out. Everybody else is waved over by a halfling who brings you over and starts talking to you and just lets you know that the city doesn't accept gold. We accept obsidian claws, and you have a limit per day. So he took down everybody's names. Kardas, would you have given him your name?
Yeah.
All right, and he says you'll have an account here, basically, and you can deposit all your funds to me. And if you ever have more than 2,000 gold pieces that you'd like to take out, well, I can only give you 2,000 obsidian claws at a time. So that's just our law here. So, how much would you like to deposit into your accounts?
Quick question, DM.
Yes.
Was any of this like this? How many years ago? 20
No.
years ago? Okay, great. He's
Not
like,
at all.
oh boy.
So it's a 1-to-1 ratio then.
Yes, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. That's what Kurt asked.
Stupid.
So,
I'll give him 100 gold.
all right, you give him 100 gold. He takes it and you watch as he kind of puts it into like this slot that's on its side. It's like this mechanical machine. All of it goes in, and then out of it is like a bag, and he kind of takes the bag and hands it to you.
I'll take the bag.
Same.
I'll take the bag,
Alright.
and then I'll look. Is there a way to get a written purchase of this?
A
Receipt, so to say, just so that.
Sure. He writes it down and gives it to you.
And I'll take that.
Do you look in the bag at all?
Yeah, I'll open the bag.
The currency is these like crescent moon shaped obsidian pieces. It literally it's like about this big. It's like a crescent and it's made of obsidian, and you've got 100 of them. Kurt, how much money do you give to the seller?
Same, 100.
100. He gives you 100. And he says, "You can come back with your obsidian claws, and I can give you back whatever you have."
What is the average room rate here?
Average room rate?
Yes.
Depends on where you're staying. Really.
Let's say it's a nice place.
Nice place? 3-4 claws a night.
Okay, thank you. Kurt's gonna go ahead. And one other thing. Do you know where the spider
It's right on the.
is right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right
Never,
here.
Stout spider.
never mind. Kurt is
worries.
going.
We're smart.
Go find the stout spider.
All right. Does anybody else exchange their currency?
Yeah.
Philip's gonna do 20 gold.
20 gold.
Yeah,
Caleb,
Lily's
how
probably
much?
gonna. Lily's
Just
probably
do
gonna do that
100.
as well.
100,
It's
and
just gonna
Lelia?
do like 20 gold probably.
20
Just
gold. All right.
enough to have some buying, but not a lot.
There you go. That's what you have.
Jacob, I would assume the Stout Spider is the location that was supposed to meet with this person.
Yes, that was on the letter. Stibbles, are you just waiting outside?
Yeah, I'm probably like trying to water my bush.
That sounds so
You guys
wrong.
walk out and you just see this display of Stibbles taking a watering can to his back.
I'm sorry, what?
He has
a bush on
a
his back
Yeah.
now
Oh.
in a pot.
I went and
Alright.
go dug up a bush. It's important to me.
And you guys are kind of in the city. Are you all making your way to the Stout Spider?
Yeah.
All right.
When everyone leaves.
Yep, this tavern is a wooden 2-story building with a black shingled roof, and the hedges on the outside are like wilted and dead. Like the bush on your back looks in much better condition than these hedges.
I'll cast Druid Graph to see if I can perk him up.
Yeah, you do so. You walk over and you kind of like they kind of move upwards and kind of creak out. And you see a patron walk by and say, "Hey, they're supposed to look like that." He just walks in.
That guy's gross. He likes looking at half dead people. That's fucking weird.
I look over. It's a bush, right?
Well, yeah, but it was like half dead. It was struggling. So we're going in there, right? Stibble steps in.
You guys walk in. As soon as you step
Is
in,
I'm curious. Is Cardos aware of the significance of this person, or do they just know we're meeting with a person?
Cardos knows that Kurt said this person is the one who wanted Core dead, and said that that Kurt didn't want to work with them at first, but maybe they know where Core's master is, and we can get information. Also, he's willing to pay 10,000 gold.
Cardos doesn't know who Core is,
Right.
technically, out of context, or really what it is.
So before entering, Cardos would turn. I suppose I should have asked this earlier, but is this person meant to be a friend?
No.
No.
They wanted our friend dead.
I would assume that we're gonna handle this like we're gonna take as much advantage as we can, and not trust this person.
So simply a neutral party until they are no longer useful.
Yeah.
How were they neutral if they wanted our friend dead?
Because we
kinda-
are making a deal with them.
We're doing. Oh no! Not even I know the reference to a Trojan horse, so I can't make that connection.
You're the only lead we have, Phelan.
It's like we built a big thing and we're going to his kingdom, and he doesn't know that we don't like him because we just look like a big thing.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, it's quite literally that I was promised 10,000 gold if I offed Core before I knew them, and now that Core is dead, they don't know that we didn't kill Core, so we're gonna cash in and just sort of lie about it and see what information we can gather as to where we can find the person who killed Core's master and framed them for murder.
I've never been a
well.
very good liar, so let's just...
Well, you just go ahead and let Kurt do the talking then.
That's what I let you do anyways, much to my
True.
regret sometimes.
Ha! You're still breathing. Core isn't. Well, let's go ahead and get in the bar.
Oh my god! You guys walk in, and
That does
You guys
not
step
inspire
in.
confidence.
it's very bright. It's very bright and sunny outside, and as soon as you step in, it's like your eyes have to adjust because it's so dark on the inside of this tavern. And then eventually your eyes do adjust. It's like this dark, kind of gloomy tavern. People sitting around with like candlelight on their tables. All across the windows are like deep red drapes that give the room this kind of like dark red kind of hue wherever the light is. And as you step in, you guys see that the walls are black, the floor is black, the seat, it's all black, and there's like this kind of dark gothic kind of feel about this place.
Looks at Lelia. Perfect.
Philip, you look around and you notice on the walls there are patterns. It looks like webbing, and the webbing goes towards center parts of the walls with a religious symbol, like a metal religious symbol pressed into parts of the walls, which you immediately recognize as Lolth.
Philip
And
kinda
it's
just
everywhere.
looks at
I don't
Kurt.
know what it is,
like-
but this place sucks.
Isn't this place pretty, Philip? I mean, look, a luscious black flooring. There's a sort of red hue. This is a very nice, it's very sumptuous, very romantic. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
romantic, very, very romantic. Wish I.
I mean, isn't
Had
this a
someone
kind
to
of place
enjoy
where
this
you wish you could just sit with somebody and
Very-
enjoy a glass
We've
of blood red
seen
wine?
Philip's like anti-spider
I feel very
rampage, haven't we?
Warm. Yes.
Philip, if you don't want to be in here.
No,
We
it's
can
fine. It's
Step
fine.
out.
I just feel like I'm covered in bugs. We should hurry. We should
I
leave.
can make you
Right.
feel more like you're covered in bugs. I
Stibbles, why
know a
would
way
you
to
do
do
that?
that.
I think that
Why do you want
help.
to do that?
I can also turn into a giant spider.
Why
It's
would that
immersion
help at all?
therapy.
I don't.
It's immersion
I
therapy.
don't want to be. No.
Okay.
Philip is the man with a sword larger than you.
That's
What I'm
unrelated.
saying, he
My-
might. I
I'm
mean,
just gonna go
wouldn't-
find the bartender or maitre d of
There's
this.
just,
Nice.
there is just like a waiter standing in front of you, and she is half drow, and she looks down towards all of you, and she has kind of like short white hair, and she just says, "Welcome. Would you like to sit somewhere?"
That's why this.
Well,
place sucks.
darling, we are looking for someone in particular. We are looking
From the
for.
side of the tavern, you hear that there for me. Oh, then go right on ahead.
Indeed.
In the back of the room, you guys see sitting at a table alone is a quite like he's sitting, but he's a very like large man. He's not like fat. He's just kind of burly and big and lanky. He has so much clothing on. Like he has a coat and then a cape and then like vestments and so much on him. You can't tell if he's like muscular or not. For those of you who know, imagine like not like his face, but like imagine Adam Driver. He's just kind of wide and like big, and he's just sitting in the chair. Looks so small to him as he sits there. He's human as he has like long black hair that kind of goes down to like his neck, and like pretty sharp looking features on his face as you guys get closer. He has a goatee as well, and you guys kind of walk over. He says, "Welcome. You can sit. Can I get you a drink? It's been a long time since I've seen you, Kurt."
Yeah. I'll have a wine.
They have incredible wine here.
Sure, yeah.
Would you also like some turnip soup? That's their special today.
Yes, we have traveled very far.
I would have to assume so. You traveled very far
What's this guy's
in a
race?
short amount of time. He's human.
Okay.
And this is the
That's
same
a
guy.
weird question to ask. I wasn't listening.
Yes, it's the same guy. He still has the patch down on his side as well, which everybody here can roll a history check if you'd like.
Ooh, even me.
And why not?
Colton, ooh, even me.
Ooh.
He kind of has the waiter come over and he tells them, and then
Question: is any of this related to Fae, fiends, or undead?
no.
Dang it!
Then
It was worth the
18.
shot. I think this
18.
guy's a vampire.
15.
15, okay.
14.
14, okay.
10 for me.
10 for you, Stibbles.
I'm not paying attention. I'm very defensive right
That's
now.
fine.
I
So
don't
what
feel
did
safe.
Cardos get?
15.
15. Phelan, you got a 10.
14.
14. Tulia, you got a 10. Philip got an 18. All right, so Philip and Cardos, you guys recognize this symbol. It is just the coat of arms for a city called Kize, which is the capital of Kinzova.
Jacob.
Phelan, you would know what this is. Phelan, you don't have to roll. You just know what it is.
How is that spelled?
Kize. Kinzova is Kynzova. Does everybody sit?
Yeah.
Philip will stand.
Sure.
Reluctantly.
Philip stands. He looks up, he says, "You can sit, my friend.
Well, I prefer to stand.
You should feel at home in this place."
He's kind of tall
Right.
for chairs.
Right at home.
It's-
Thank you.
It's okay. Philip is an antsy man, but he's good at heart. He prefers to stay.
So did all of you hunt down this target I was looking for?
Well, we joined together as a party, and we waited for the opportune moment to strike this murderer down and not implicate ourselves in a murder.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
You
It was
know
kinda
how
like-
it
I
goes.
see
It was
that,
kind of like a moment where all of the king's posse turns on him and they all line up behind his back and stab him a bunch of times. That's kind of
I
what we
am
did.
familiar, yes. I forget such customs here are so strange. Adventuring is illegal. In Kinzova, it is not illegal. Adventurers
Cool.
roam freely.
So, we we just have some questions. We, in our journeys with this despicable murderer, they did tell us that they were wanted for killing their master. What happened there?
That is exactly the story.
Insight,
You say the story
Well,
as if perhaps that is not the truth. Okay.
crit, success.
I succeed. Oh, that's a 25.
Cody's like, I see through you.
Course possessed Cardos for a second there.
Did you want to roll 2, Kurt?
Yes, I will, and I will invoke my Tides of Chaos.
Tides of Chaos.
The more they're talking about like how bad Core was, like the like more uncomfortable Phelan is getting.
Oh yeah, completely it's the same kind of way, but trying not to show it.
No charisma, man. He can't.
All right. What'd you get on your roll, Kurt?
21.
The two of you, Cardos and Kurt, this man is not lying. He is also not trying to manipulate you in any way. He seems pretty comfortable where he is in the current moment, and really isn't like intimidated by you guys, even though there's so many of you.
Right.
He is really just relaying information. He doesn't seem to have some sort of story or anything prepared or nothing. He's just telling it like it is. So when he says that that's exactly it, it's like, yeah, wasn't that obvious? Why would it be different?
So is that the reason you wanted them hunted then?
That Core killed their master.
Yes, well, I work for an organization from Kinsova. I take lots of bounties. There are many who run rampant and do not follow the law. Such people must be what is the word?
Dealt with.
Yes, justice must be enacted. And some people like to run, and some people like to make it difficult for me. I have come across many of these people in my time. And they lie, and they make stories, and they tell people what they want to hear because they want to live.
So it's not
I was given
personal.
a
You
job,
just
and I was given the proof, and I was shown what happened. Kor, if that is even her name, killed one of the last known blade singers in Kinsova. Normally, I would ask that she is returned back to Kize. Her justice will be enacted there, but she's powerful. She was powerful, and she needed to be dealt with. And you have done just that. And now, all
But I,
the known blade
just-
singers are dead. They're all gone. This form of magic is now lost to the world.
how do you
Ironically,
how do you know?
sounds like survival of the fittest. If
What-
it was like an
what-
order that just failed, then it failed.
Possibly.
What evidence were you given? You said you were shown. I mean, how did you?
Well, we
I
have
did-
investigators of our own who learn these things. And there was a trial for Kor, but she was not present. She evaded our grasp by joining a sect of the military and following after some soldiers who went missing. She escaped this way through some magic. There were portals opening to a dark place.
Like this place.
Sure.
Well, regardless, Core's super dead now, and I think it sounds like if you deal with a lot of people, then you probably get paid really well, which
Yes.
means that you're able to pay us.
Of course I am. Now, Just to answer this last question for you, the proof I had was probably the greatest proof in all of any murder that I've ever seen. You see, blade singing, her form of wizardry and magic, is very unique. You knew her for a time. Did you ever see her cast her spells?
Yes, it was something to behold.
Right. It was also very strange. This is how her master was killed. No other person knows blade singing. So I find that very conclusive.
That's
So
kinda poetic.
it would just have to have been.
There's
Cool.
no one else who knows that form of magic, and now it is gone. You have killed it.
You see, that's the funny
Is-
thing about nature, though, is that just because you don't see something doesn't necessarily mean that it's not still there. Because there was this one bird that I thought died for like 2 months because I didn't see him, and then he showed up later when I was traveling in a different area, but it was the same bird.
Regardless.
I guess what we're driving at is it a good thing that blade singing is?
No, it's
dead?
very terrible, actually. It was a beautiful form of magic that was being tested by by her master. It was to be shared with the rest of our company, our military, and it would have been a beautiful thing to have for the war. But it is gone now. We will survive. We will continue on. And I do not need to bother you with the politics and the philosophy behind what you did. You did a job, and I appreciate it. And, well, I owe you. And he kind of turns down and he pulls up and literally like shakes the table. All of your drinks kind of like clatter together. It's this massive a bag of 1,000 platinum is put down on the table. He says, unfortunately, I did not know the laws here. You cannot use this here. But when you leave.
That's fine. This place sucks.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was. Well, it was quite dangerous, and she was a fierce competitor. But I suppose it is nice having done business with you, and to find that you are such a trustworthy man of your word.
Of course. Now, if you would stay for just a moment more, I have found you very useful.
Kurt's gonna put that bag in the bag of holding. Just
Goes in the bag of holding. He says, and there is more where that came from.
oh,
I'm looking for someone here. I'm not in Prybarrow for no reason. There is a individual that I need disposed of.
We're just a bunch of musicians. We don't.
Of course,
normally
you
do
are
that.
musicians. Yes, or whatever you're pushing yourself off to be. But I am willing to reward you for something, so long as you don't make it obvious with the government here.
oh, sure. Yeah, we're quite adept at subterfuge. Who's this person? Where are they at? What are they? What have they done?
His
Follow-up
name
question:
is.
Do these weird spider people have a bathroom?
Oh, yes, they do. It's that way.
Oh, sick! I'm gonna go use that.
Okay. He says, he may be a bit difficult to find, but I know he's here. There is a man named Simer Langley. I'll send the spelling into the chat.
Let's see
You
if
know
I...
us so well.
Yeah, see how close I got.
Oh, no, me
Yeah,
too.
seriously.
I'm probably very off.
I was
What the
off.
fuck?
Ooh, the C is different, but
Dang it, there's a C. Dang it!
I was off by the
I
C.
got both wrong. I did
I like that this is a
SY.
game.
Yeah.
Just the C.
I put
says-
SY.
I did SY
Simer
also.
Langley is a he's a difficult individual to find. He's the head of a group of terrorists in the city. They are causing a lot of panic inside of it, and they have a secret group. He is the leader of this group, and he needs to be dealt with. I'm willing to pay you the same price, 10,000 gold pieces for his head.
So he's a male, human, half elf,
He's a tiefling.
tiefling. And this is this has nothing to do with core. This is just
No,
another
this is
contract.
this has nothing to do with that. This is organizations without a way to deal with their problems. They reach out to us.
I would assume that, regardless of the government's hatred of this man, the land would not look kindly upon adventurers disposing of him.
No, you'll have to be careful. But this is why I'm paying you so much.
Yeah, we can get it done.
Are there,
I don't know the
are
details,
there
but
any leads on his whereabouts or how we might find?
I have one lead, but I have not been very fruitful in my lead. You may have a better time about it. They have a group in the city. It's sort of like they call it a resistance. It's a terrorist group. Their symbol
that's the same
is
thing.
their symbol is a blood red unicorn.
You just call it
They call themselves the Wanted Wanderers.
like a crimson unicorn or something. Oh, why did it? Okay, is that it? Was that our lead?
Well, there are some places that have this unicorn marked. So don't be obvious about it, and maybe you will find them before they change it.
I
Pretty
see.
decent
Okay.
at finding criminal
Kaylin
minds.
goes just like very, very still.
Big old crimson
Before,
unicorn.
No.
Before I sent you off, by the way, are you aware that there is a curfew in the city?
No.
It's very
Oh.
annoying. You have until the sun sets. Once the sun sets, no one is allowed on the streets.
Who regulates that?
The guards.
How many of them are there?
There's a lot.
Shit. Let's get out. I don't want to be here.
The city
What's,
is in lockdown. We're not getting out
Isaac,
anytime
could
soon.
you perhaps recommend us a place to stay? Someplace nice, but not too suspect.
How would you like to find this room at this tavern?
Not at all.
Oh,
This is a very nice tavern.
not at all. I think
Philip-
it's very nice.
Don't you want to? I mean, we could go hunting all around, or we could just stay here. It's right here.
It may
Never-
be good to split up multiple taverns, multiple ways to gain information.
That's a terrible idea. We could stay here.
Have to split up.
Well, if you don't like this place, then there are a few other places I could get a room for you.
Oh,
I mean, if everyone else is here, I guess that's fine. But other places are pretty nice too.
I'll let me look. There is a place called the Broken Wand. It's a nice place. It's only single story though. They have regular accommodations.
we're gonna need a place that can hire musicians. Perhaps
Oh, okay.
we could
Sure.
go undercover.
Well, all right. How about there's one place. It's a bit up the road, but it's the only other place I know. It's called the King and Goblet. It's expensive. Would this be suitable?
You said you were going to board us.
Yes.
Of course.
You're the guy who
wouldn't
just
expect
gave us
anything
a
less. I
ton of
didn't
money.
know if you wanted to keep a little profile, but it seems you want to keep a high profile. So it's very smart.
Well, we prefer to have a day job, as it were,
And
if
the
they
best
are
hiding
if they are
place is in
hiring
plain sight.
musicians, then we are simply a traveling music show, intent on making some coin.
And if there are big names there, perhaps we can learn some more information about this fellow.
There you go.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, look out for that blood red unicorn and find my man. And I will pay you.
I assume we can regularly find you here.
Yes, and if I'm not here, you can always ask. I have a room here.
Oh, good.
Understood.
Okay.
The barkeep, his name is Adlard. He knows me.
Jacob, what was the name of this tavern?
The Stout Spider.
Man, and I like stouts.
What if it's just a really chunk spider? Because that's what stout means.
A big
It's just a
Buff
spider,
spider.
but they just took the picture, just went whomp.
And this man's name was Isaac, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Like the
Isaac
white
with a
Putin
K.
meme.
Of
ISAK?
course.
ISAAK.
Isaac.
Isaac.
ISUCK.
Isaac.
I suck.
And what was the name of the city? Sorry.
Pribaro.
Pribaro. That's probably not right, but
It's spelled the way you think it's
PRY
spelled.
and barrow.
Follower.
Like a wheelbarrow.
all right.
The
I
Dark
guess.
Mother.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, no. Me? I am not. We have our a pantheon, the chosen family in Kinsova.
Gross.
You choose to stay here. Just because.
I like how dark it is.
It is very romantic. Philip, I do not understand why you dislike this place. So the ambiance is just.
I figure a
It's
drow such as
palpable.
you would like a place like this.
Oh, yeah. It's the sickness is just I'm overwhelmed with joy.
Oh.
Yeah. Love the feeling of creepy crawly all over my body.
Well,
It's great.
shall we see where our new accommodations lie?
Yes,
great. No.
we probably should.
You know, Philip. I don't know if he got your name. Does he know your name?
Sure.
I think Kurt said.
Yeah,
He says,
Kurt did.
You know, Philip. Spiders are a beautiful creature. They don't hunt. They create a home that, when trampled or intruded on, means death.
For the spider.
A spider creates something beautiful and then uses it as a weapon.
Yeah, that's what a trap is. There's also this thing called a bolus spider, which doesn't build nests. It instead makes these little globs of spit, and it runs around and it throws like globs of spit
He
at
puts
people.
his hand over your mouth.
Do you always have random information to spew?
All
He
I'm
nods.
saying is that. Oh, you were talking to Stibbles.
No,
He
I was
says-
talking to Stibbles.
All I'm saying is that those creepy crawlies have a lot of beauty in them as well.
Right.
He sips his wine.
Wine.
It's wine.
I just kind of looked to everyone else.
Why?
Just in the background, there's like a spider crawling up the wall, and my raven just eats it.
He just hits it.
It's just like dinner.
I just kind of look to everyone else and slowly push out my chair and stand up.
Yeah,
Philip's
Kurt
already
will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
As we walk out, like we're out of the tavern,
I fucking hated that guy.
I do not like that man.
I hope we never see him again. So, okay, my plan, which is usually the bad plan, but it helps you guys make your plan, is we go find the guy that he wants dead and we join them.
Well, that is sort of what I was hoping, that we could sort of touch base and then see if, like, there's
So,
any.
You knew Wanted Wanderer, didn't you?
Me? Yes, I knew them. I dated
That was
Yeah.
a person?
There's no way any of them would be here, right? Not with that symbol.
well,
Wait, why is that important?
Fee's back in Ooh. I know that for sure. I don't know where the other ones are.
I
but
don't think they'd be terrorists or bad or something for to be.
I
Were
have-
they
I don't know.
adventurers?
It
They
could
were.
be someone that's taken their name.
It's just
That
a
is
very
very true.
specific symbol.
Jacob,
That
I would
was-
know who they are, right?
Don't-
The Wanted Wanderers. Everyone's heard of the Wanted Wanderers, right?
You guys can make a history check.
Like maybe not who they are, but heard of at least the name.
Yeah.
14.
14, 5.
I've-
It's like, who that?
Who dat?
I've already kind of said in
All
like
right.
backstory stuff
Cardos,
that
you would know
that they know
that,
of them.
yeah,
but
that's
don't
kind
know
of
them.
weird. That's yeah. You know that like years ago they ended like the war. So
I don't know anything about these people
would
other than the
be-
fact that they use what is probably a crimson unicorn.
If they are as strong as the stories say, If even
Did-
one of them were there, I doubt they would need to be a resistance.
Wait, there are stories?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you live in a
Where's
forest
Cole?
for 50 years?
No, I lived on a different continent.
That's-
Yes, well,
Regardless,
So did I.
regardless, I turned to
Lots of
everyone
stories.
else in the party. Is what he said about your friend true? Because it did not seem there was lie in his words.
oh no, I just don't think that either of them knew the full story.
Yeah.
I think Cole did it for a good reason. He mentioned a war. He mentioned that they were going to spread blade singing into the military and then use it for the war. What was he talking about? There.
What
Yeah,
did
that
your
guy-
friend tell you?
Kind of sounded like a dick.
She told us I'm trying to remember. She did tell us that she killed him, but it was kind of because Kurt
I
knew.
She
I
didn't
don't-
kill him.
No,
No.
I couldn't remember.
Someone
That's more me.
else
She
did,
saw
according
someone
to
kill
her.
him,
That's for you.
but she was framed because she was the only other blade singer that was.
Yeah, her whole
Around-
situation
No,
was about like vengeance, and you're not vengeful about people that you kill. And I feel
Right.
like Core,
there's an-
whoever they were, whatever they were after, was very after that.
So there was another blade singer somewhere.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting to
But if
when I
they-
was kind of bullshitting with that guy.
If
There's
their-
got to be like 1 to 17 more,
If
approximately.
their government would get involved, then who knows how deep that goes.
As deep as the government.
However, we got the first set of gold from this man, and I am not a fan of him. I don't exactly feel gracious enough to do his job even for another 10,000. Unless the rest of you would like to.
I think we just have to survive here for 10 days.
I do
Technically,
wanna know-
we can leave.
What this is about. I mean, this is all very odd. They wouldn't be here, and the symbol they're using isn't something I would
Yeah,
ever think.
Who the fuck are these people?
Wanton Wanderers?
They
Yeah.
saved Sunder.
They,
There was devils.
That's this place, right?
the second
Yes.
Devil War, they
Yes.
stopped it from. They basically stopped the continent from being dragged into the Hells.
Yes.
15
That is
years
exactly what they did.
Weird.
My brother was somebody who was in it. He was part of them.
ago. I dated
All
one
right.
of them.
Have you,
The fuck?
And it
Ooh,
very
look
badly.
at you, Philip.
regardless of...
Ended very badly.
Dating a hero. Oh, it ended what?
Very badly.
That's what heroes
Oh.
are. They're not good for relationships.
Lover
Was it a communication error or a...
No, it's just I told her that
Difference.
she wasn't what I wanted anymore, and then she was very upset, reasonably, but
I see. Regardless,
And then
I
she
do
summoned a bunch of demons.
see that group
No,
of
she-
people as heroes, regardless of how that encounter started. Devils controlling this plane would have been very bad.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at it in a different, much more pessimistic light, you could still assume that devils are controlling it, wearing the skin of politicians.
Are you being
And that
tortured
guy.
right now, physically?
Yeah, they wanted like all of us to go and turn our money into different money for no reason.
That is physical harm.
That is a form of torture. Yes, it's mental harm.
Believe what you will, small man. And I'll start
Okay.
walking to the...
Yeah.
Believe what you will, small man. I need that on a shirt.
It's really funny coming from like the giant dragonborn down to Stibbles. He's just what do you
Stibbles
want,
challenges
small man?
everything.
Yeah,
And everyone's like,
Cardos is...
I could
Keep in
kill
mind-
you so
Keep in mind,
fast.
Cardos is
Still-
6'8". Like, he's huge.
Oh,
are
just to let you
double
know,
the thing.
Kurt
More
Kurt
than
has
twice my
an
height.
afro and a Charlie Chaplin mustache.
Of course he does.
They.
Sorry, of course they do.
And they're 8 feet tall, I think.
yeah.
Stibbles is like a chihuahua trying to chase down a car, like a truck. Like, just like, what are you gonna do once you get it?
Kurt, I think I
Pee on
probably reach your kneecap.
Maybe.
The hat adds about upper thigh.
Yeah.
You guys make your way up the road and you find this establishment. It's you see the King and Goblet. It's this very nice 2-story stone-walled building. And as you step in, it has like these vaulted ceilings that kind of curve upwards, and there's like this big chalice in the center of the room, and it's got like gems inlaid into it and whatnot. And you see there's kind of like not really very many people in here. There's like 1 or 2 kind of in the base room, and then there's like a staircase in the back. And behind the counter, there's this half-elf man, and he looks up, and he's got white hair and glasses, and he says, "Oh, welcome to the King and Goblet. What can I do for you?"
We could use a room.
A room, yes, a room. What kind of room are you looking for?
Well, we're looking for, well, okay, let me be completely frank with you. We are a traveling band of musicians. No, there are no air quotes around that term. We are actual musicians.
We're very
Play
skilled.
Actual music.
can summon rats.
We would be willing to provide entertainment for your patrons. Perhaps for either in exchange for room and board, or perhaps for a discount, or what have you. But
do you have a reservation with us?
we do not.
Yeah, we asked a guy at the Spider Inn.
A man named
The
Isaac.
fat
Stout
spider.
A
Yeah,
man
that.
named Isaac recommended you.
Well, he said he would pay for our rooms because he loved us so
That as
much.
well.
Well, he has. I have an accommodation for you under the name of Isaac. Is this you?
Yes.
We are extensions of Isaac currently. You could assume.
And we feel that
Very
it
nice.
would be kind to him to repay the favor by performing, perhaps to lower the cost of said room.
Oh, of course. I would love to have you perform here tonight.
Good.
That's fast.
We
Great,
absolutely
great.
may.
Wonderful. Here's your key, and he gives you like a key, and he says it's the top floor.
How many floors are there?
Excellent. Thank you.
It's up there.
it's the very next floor.
No, literally, he's like, it's the top floor, and you go up, just like, there's only one more floor.
Makes it sound more bougie that
yeah,
way.
he's like trying to make it sound better than it actually is.
Yeah.
You guys go up, and you see the one door, and you open it. It's not as nice as the room you had in Westbreach, but it'll do. It has
It'll
kind of
do.
beds around. There's like a carpet in the middle, and a fireplace, and a little window. And there's no spider motif in this place.
So is the
Yes,
one
have you-
room big enough for everyone?
I
Yeah,
can
the
sleep
one
in
room
the
has
quarter.
6 beds in it.
And either way, Phelan is once again moving the bedding that he was going to claim just onto the floor. So there's still a bed.
Unfortunately, with this room, there's no like individual rooms. There's no like middle one. It's just one room and 6 beds.
Nice.
Do you tend to sleep on the floor?
Bed's uncomfortable. I've spent too long.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep under the
Wandering.
bed in case
Yeah.
someone else shows up in my bed and I can scare them.
Check under the bed.
Why
for
would
spiders.
someone else show up in your bed?
I don't know, but
Maybe it's a
it'll
hope
sure
of
be a
his.
shock if they do.
It might be a hope of his.
I am one of the few people that actually sleeps in a bed, apparently.
You can sleep in my bed. I won't be using
I
it.
sleep in a bed. I sleep in beds all the time. In
God.
fact, I hate sleeping in bedrolls.
I
If I
think
never
don't
sleep in another bedroll in my life, it would not be too soon.
For a bed, but
That is not where Phelan expected the conversation
You
from
picked-
Kurt to go, and he's relieved.
You picked a strange profession to not like sleeping in bedrolls.
You should have watched them put up a tent.
Look, when I was performing, I could go from town to town reasonably on the bard circuit and never have to sleep outside. Always get a bed or find someone with a bed and ingratiate myself into their company.
And look at you now, Kurt.
Yeah, that's part of the
Yes.
Buying your own
someone
beds.
do that.
True.
Part of the reason why I sleep
True,
under
true.
bed sometimes.
Don't sleep under my bed.
Then don't sleep in my bed.
Well, I won't sleep on your bed. You're gonna sleep. You're gonna claim a bed and then sleep under it. Isn't that a little selfish? Isn't that a little wasteful?
No, it's more like what was the weird guy saying? Something about like a spider trap. how I'm gonna wait,
Yes.
and it varies.
You're gonna eat
so
them?
If someone were to come into our room and climb into your bed, you would kill them.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna tell you guys which bed I pick, so it might be the one that you pick.
Well,
should
I already have the
warn
betting
you.
off of this one.
Well, I'm going to
That
go
is-
for.
Creed.
Why don't you just pick the same bed that I was not going to sleep on? If you're going to sleep underneath it.
Because then there would be an extra bed, Phelan.
Yeah, it would be redundant.
And then someone could come in and claim the extra bed, and he
Mhm.
wouldn't be there. Kill him.
But let me know which bed you pick, so I can monitor both.
Philip will set his
Do
bag
all
down.
of you drink?
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
most of us
Yeah,
don't.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry. This is another thing that was mentioned before they put the key in the thing. Whose trauma did they talk about? Oh, Phelan's. So they
No.
were just talking about a bunch of trauma, and they were like, "Hey, Cardos, sorry you got put up with a group with a bunch of trauma." So
So
Cardos
did I hear
Cardos
this?
learned that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cardos, you learned that today.
What
but
did
also
I
you
learn?
got
You
learned
learned
that
that
Phelan
Phelan
was turned to stone.
For like
Turned into a
19 years.
statue.
Yeah.
And then Kurt keeps bringing it up. Like, yeah, when you were a statue.
Gotcha.
No, there was a quote. There was a quote. Quote Kurt Savory. Oh, good. Your trauma.
All right.
And so you've learned that today, but also you've just learned. Do any of you drink? No.
Oh, you
I
also
said-
learned.
Kurt drinks. Kurt
No,
was.
I know, but that was the first
Yeah.
thing he heard.
No.
So
No.
So Cardos is just kind of reading the room and who seems the most sane out of this entire group, and he turns to Phelan and goes, "Have I made a mistake?"
Yeah, but so did the rest of us. We
You're
wouldn't
gonna
be this
want to watch
menagerie.
out for that one, Cardos.
Turns to the one who's the most sane.
Phelan's a
the
lady
one
killer.
the one pulling off the bedding off the
The
bed
one
to
that
sleep on the
appears
floor.
most sane.
Sanity doesn't.
I
just
can
mean
understand. I can
judgmental.
understand. I like my bed to be a little tougher, so I'm gonna sleep on the floor instead of a soft bed. I don't understand. I'm going to sleep underneath the bed to catch whoever this random ghost is that
Oh
appears.
no! Stibbles, I'm not even gonna pretend to say it at all.
Will any of you be needing me for anything in the next hour and a half?
I will
Very,
let
uh,
you know. in the next
Eventually,
hour.
we're gonna need your bongos and your
Alright.
skill.
Well, I'll be back.
But
soon.
for the next hour or so, probably not.
Philip's going to take off all of his armor, and he is going to leave.
Fucks off.
Yep.
No.
Just like, you guys don't need me? Okay, see
I
you
will
guys.
message you
Bye.
what he's doing.
Now
Take
would
it.
likely be the time to warn you that I do not have proficiency in playing an instrument.
That's
It's
painful to
okay,
hear.
you can, I think you were claimed kind of as a guard as me. I'm not very good at performing
I
myself.
am very good
At
at
all.
that. Are you also a guard then?
You can practice
guess.
anything, and after a while, you'll become that
Fantastic.
thing. That just means, are you passionate about music?
No.
Ah, fuck. Kurt, I think we have to fire him.
I can hit
God.
a man that wants to kill you in the head with a
Stibbles
hammer.
is Creed.
Yeah, but I can summon rats that hit men who want to kill me in the head with a hammer.
Well, I'm gonna go downstairs and
Did I say that right?
carouse. Kurt puts there. Kurt has probably found the biggest bed, like the nicest one.
Kurt, do you often bring others to bed?
Yes.
Perhaps not when all of us are sharing one. So to say.
I mean, if you're all in separate beds, then we're not sharing a bed.
Yes, but there is still the audio portion.
Does that make you so uncomfortable that you'll die?
Die, no. Unable to sleep, maybe.
That is a problem. I don't know how to fix
Check your
that.
phone.
I can go find a couple acorns you could put in your ears, probably. Just trying to help.
Acorns. What a perfect fit.
There's.
He just leaves. He's gonna go buy a beer.
You go get a beer. It's really beery.
All right, how much is it?
One obsidian claw.
Claw.
It's expensive beer.
One obsidian
Exactly.
claw for one white claw.
Now
Very.
you go down and he says, "Oh, you just want one?
He wants two. I say as I raised.
I don't.
Okay, well you can get 5 for one.
Can I get one and dinner for one?
You can get
Two
one
and dinner.
I can give you 3 and 3 dinners for one.
Jesus
Fantastic. I'll take
Christ.
that.
I don't understand their economy whatsoever.
I will take that.
He takes
Terrible
the
head.
one obsidian claw and gives you 3 beers, and also he gives you boiled shellfish and lentils.
He
Jesus.
eats all of it and drinks all of it.
Delicious. You do so.
This man
I just
is- this
I
man
watch
is-
you like a dog who you said can't eat at the table.
This man is 6'8" and 300 pounds. He definitely eats this
Eats
much.
everything.
Definitely
He
can
Have you
needs
guys,
share.
to.
have you
or
guys
else.
not seen like freaking strongmen like competitors eat like 10,000 calories a day?
Yeah.
It's insane.
And
Well,
that's
it's
not
because
somebody
yeah.
actively wielding a weapon.
Yeah.
Their lifespan has to be like 12 minutes.
You blink
Or
and they're
dragonborns
dead.
don't live long.
No, it's actually like a fun fact. It's actually super unhealthy. Like I guess
Yeah, no,
most of those
absolutely.
strongmen like have to sleep with like machines so that they can breathe while they sleep because they have so much weight. Like they just can't sleep normally. So
The human body was not meant for phenomenal feats. We just kind of walk around and then die.
Kurt's gonna go downstairs and try and ingratiate themselves with people. Just
Okay.
hang out.
You hang
Get to know
out.
people.
There are a couple
Probably-
people down there. There's
Probably shoot
one.
the shit. Maybe see if they can learn any like rumor monger about this wandering.
Sure. You go over and you find there are 4 people down here. There is a male elf. There are 2 male elves and a male human and a female human. Pick one.
Female human.
And a
Female
familiar
human.
male
You walk
gnome.
over. Her name is Suze, S-U-S-E. And she has tangled gray hair. She has dark gray eyes. She has numerous piercings on her face, and she has she's wearing a little bit of armor. And as you kind of walk over and you sit down, she said, you kind of talk to her a bit. She says, "Yeah, it's been difficult to find a worker in this city, but it's going along. I have heard of a lot of stuff though."
And what has brought you to this fair city to begin with?
Well, I was born here a long time ago, but I haven't lived here in quite a while. I decided to come back because I had some roots still with my family. Hasn't really been going too well, but it's easy to find work here, just regular labor, moving boxes, working for merchants or whatever. Sometimes I get something interesting, like I get to guard a caravan, but that's only like an hour or so as it goes through town. Nothing much.
And you're staying here at this fine establishment. You must not be hurting for work.
Well, I'm not really staying here. I have a home here. It's just I like this tavern. It's quiet. And in the back, you hear the bartender is just like, "We take pride in our quietness."
Oh God.
Well,
oh my god, it is. God damn.
What?
Kurt says, well, it will get a little bit louder soon as we take the stage. You see.
All right. Interesting. Well, good luck, I guess.
Yes, indeed.
If you're ever looking for somewhere to go that isn't here, there are a lot of other quiet places that are outside the city.
Oh, what kind of quiet places?
There's a tower in the forest.
And what is in this tower in the forest?
Beautiful, beautiful flowers, all different colors.
I hear flowers and my ears perk up.
People know about it. Not a lot of people know it's there.
I am a fan of flowers. How far off is this?
Hmm.
And what
You
kind
don't
of
bear to
flowers?
walk for 30 minutes. Yeah, I can show you where it is.
You know, we've actually walked for 10 minutes before.
What time is it right now?
Like 3 p.m.
Can Kurt make an insight check on this lady?
You sure can.
Let's hope it's not bad. Nat's 20.
How do I put this? She is enamored by you.
All right. Yeah. Kurt would like to go pick flowers.
You guys watch Kurt. What?
Please God no.
The camera follows Kurt and
Please fade.
and
Please fade.
this
Please, Tiamat, save
and
us.
this.
And then they push up daisies, and only Kurt comes back.
And she leads Kurt to the secret tower of flowers off outside the city, and we fade to black.
Oh, thank God.
After like an hour, Philip comes back.
Oh,
You're muted.
Returned.
I sent you another message.
Oh well, son of a fuck.
He returns and then instantly
He
leaves.
clips back out.
Mario no clip speed runs.
I mean, at this, Lilia probably is just staying in the room and just kind of picks a bed, takes off her armor, and is just kind of sitting on it cross-legged, writing in her journal mainly.
Right.
So she just.
Faye would have eventually gone downstairs.
She's just staying there.
If Cardos hasn't finished eating yet, he would kind of turn and nod to Phelan and offer some of the food.
And it's lentils and fish.
It is.
Appetizing.
Yes.
And you guys are standoffish.
Philip comes back.
More selective than standoffish.
Yeah, that
That's-
basically means you're shutting off aspects of the world to yourself. You're refusing to grow by experiencing what I have to say.
That bad, he's saying as he's like
I
eating
feel
it,
that
like
I will experience it whether I want to or not.
Exactly.
food is food.
And if I am giving you the pleasure of learning from me, whether you want to or not, then I feel like
I hand you some
I would
lentils.
like. Thank you. I eat the lentils.
They are okay.
Hello.
Stibbles uses druidic wisdom to get table scraps.
Philip will come back and sit with these three.
And then Cardos would turn towards Phelan. You seemed, and Philip, the two of you seemed particularly uncomfortable in that previous tavern.
Yeah.
he was talking ill of our friend.
The others did not seem to mind too much.
It was a facade. I'd fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
No, we kind of just wanted to get paid, and when you're up against a guy like that, you do whatever you got to do, say whatever you got to say to get the money, and then leave the environment, and you're fine.
He was the only lead that we have to finding this man who killed our friend's master.
That is important to you.
Yes.
A little bit.
Because it was important to her.
Her dying wish. In a way.
But his everything he said was just felt wrong.
It's what
Yeah.
he believes, but it's not true.
Well, yeah, I got the vibe that like he works for someone who knows the truth. It just didn't tell him, but they were more convincing than that guy was.
He believes. He
doesn't have all the details.
His truth is not false. It just isn't the whole story.
That makes
can-
it false.
I can empathize. Well, if it
What
turns
he
out to be
understands
false.
isn't the truth.
I suppose I can empathize more with your friend, fighting for a purpose that no one else sees.
I do that, but it's a purpose that no one else cares about.
Perhaps we have more in common than I first believed as well, then.
That's usually how it goes. Doesn't last that long, though.
I know you already mentioned it, but why exactly do you worship who you worship? It seems kind of...
Yes.
I don't remember who that is.
Tiamat,
Yeah, I don't remember who that is.
the god of the
welcome.
chromatics. There's chromatics, right? I'm not being stupid.
Correct.
The
Chromatic-
chromatic dragons,
I see.
normally seen as a spiteful, hateful, vengeful being.
Yeah, it's giving me those emotions toward you.
I believe that Tiamat instead simply wishes to see, as you would put it, the politics of the natural realm toppled. The
Aelin
gods have...
Stibbles, being knowledgeable about nature and monsters, the two of you, it is strange to hear these words coming from what looks like a gold dragonborn.
The gods hold so much power over the realm, and Tiamat simply sets to free us from it. No one else sees it that way, though, as they are so ingrained in that philosophy.
Wait, so in your world, Tiamat's still a god, right?
Yes, though she is on... has
That
been
sounds
on
like greed.
rougher times.
You mind if I prod you a bit there?
She has never been considered a god, more a demigod. More
So
in
you
common
want
with this
one
resistance.
demigod to overthrow all the other gods?
I want
who
one
made this
demigod to
place?
show the other gods that others have value, importance to the world.
That's fair.
Tiamat seems the only one willing to take up arms.
Yes, and destroy entire cities.
Yeah, I didn't know that part. I don't like her anymore.
The Tell of Avernus, yes?
Yes.
A city where vile creatures were threatening to summon her and
Okay, you said vile.
Use
I don't
her.
like that word.
use her for her powers rather than her true purpose.
Because vile sounds like prejudice.
Has anyone ever used you simply for your skills, Stibbles?
Yes.
Would you not consider them vile people? To use you and then discard you?
You know what? Yeah, I'm being facetious.
I'm sure every person in that town that died was a vile person.
Their bodies are still in the cave.
You know, I feel like my reasoning doesn't apply here because Philip is an exception
I do.
to a theory that I've created. And I feel like I'm more on your side, even though I'm challenging what you're
I
saying,
should say I
which
do
means
not.
that I'm wrong.
I should say I do not mean that every person in that city was vile. I mean those that would take the time to summon her, to do her will, or the vile ones. To do their will.
Phelan, I have some
That's fair.
information for you that can't be spoken about down here.
Oh, okay. Would our room be better? I knew Lilia's still up there. Can
I
she?
think so. Where's
Can-
Kurt?
I believe he left to pick some flowers.
There was a woman.
Cardis, I feel like you and I both have a very strong bias that maybe isn't as justified as we think.
Sorry, I've gotten very good at understanding when I'm getting upset, and I'd rather just end the conversation than continue and possibly hurt both of you.
I'm fine with being hurt. It happens a lot.
I should
I mean, you-
say, I
Let's
do-
go
You gotta
upstairs.
be able to take what you dish out, you know?
Stibbles, why don't we move on?
I should say, as
I'm
a
talking to myself
last
now.
point, I do believe that every person has value, Philip. I am not stating otherwise.
Phelan's like looking back and forth between Carlos and like Philip, just like, oh no,
And then he'll turn and grab one of the undrank
we're in
beers
danger.
and and offer it to Philip. I know you said you don't drink, but if you would like,
No.
then I'll just
No.
nod and take a drink of it.
You two are invited to this conversation upstairs. I didn't mean to exclude you.
Oh, I appreciate that invitation and I will fully accept it.
As do I. And I'll
I
stand.
mean, I'm sure Stibbles would come with us even if we said no.
I was gonna respect it, but not anymore.
Lilia, you're writing, and then the door opens, and they all walk in,
Hello,
except for
Lilia.
Kurt.
Downstairs, just outside the building, down the side of it, there's the symbol of the Crimson Unicorn, whatever it is. It's
Oh,
it's in the building. Thought y'all might.
in this building?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
how
No.
convenient.
not
Wait,
this one. Is it this one?
No.
in
Iron
the spider
Gauntlet.
one?
No, the blacksmith. Sorry, I thought it was both.
Oh.
What's this? What's this place?
Oh, so that's okay.
This place
We're
is
in
called
the
King,
King and
Goblin.
Child. King
You
and
are
Goblin.
so much more diligent than we are.
No, I went for a run, and as I was passing it.
Oh. You didn't even have to out yourself there. I appreciate the honesty.
Well,
I thought you were
went
just
on a
going to
run
kind of bullshit.
to look for stuff. It was my job.
Well,
before,
yeah, that's
so-
what I mean. All right, cool. Good on you. What do we do with this? Do we sleep on it?
Well, I figured we'd wait for Kurt.
Which
Okay.
might be a while.
They are busy. I heard a small amount of the conversation and then I walked away on purpose. It's that kind of busy.
I
We
love
are
like
also-
Jordan's smile.
We are also meant to. We are also meant to perform tonight, yes, and don't correct me if I am wrong, but Kurt does not seem the type to miss a performance of any kind.
They are performing of a certain kind.
I mean, musically.
Kurt, roll
I
performance.
technically do. Too.
I don't know. I feel like
Break
we
my
should be
mic.
given an advantage.
Natural
The lady was so into him.
18.
Damn it.
Hey, yeah, it's been a while, and it's. Oh,
There's a lot of flowers
All right.
going on.
It's certainly been a while since Kurt's been with a woman.
Was that the main aspect of our conversation? Just that we already found the pony
I
guys?
just,
The
I-
pony guys.
I would love just to have like a filter of like any information, and then it goes through Stibbles and just see how mangled it could be. Like Google
telephone.
Translate.
It's Stibbles Translate. It's not Google Translate. It's Stibbles Translate.
He problematically oversimplifies everything.
yeah.
If you send the same information through this filter multiple times, it gets more and more like deep fried.
yeah.
Also, Jacob, I apologize for laughing as the woman was describing the city, but you basically described our city, and Grace and I were dying over
Yeah.
When?
it. You were like,
place is
it's
gross.
kind of a quiet place. Nothing ever happens here. Yeah, I moved back to live with family. You know, I was. we're just like, Grace and I were dying.
The only really interesting thing is
You
in
can
the
go see some
forest,
flowers in the
where you
forest.
can see some flowers. Like that is what
We don't
people
even
do.
have that.
We
don't
have Big
that
Tree.
right anymore.
Big
Yeah.
Tree is cool.
And
We
we
have-
have very, very, very big trees.
I'm gonna
And
throw a
people
question
come
out to
across
the
the
audience.
world.
How many people do you know now are currently in the city they live in because I was born here, I left, and then I came back, and it's kind of quiet, and I don't have a lot of work.
All right, fuck. Jacob's gonna get everybody.
That's not just us, guys. That's
It's-
just
Oh, I know,
everyone.
but it's
The
really
illusion
funny.
of individuality.
It's also just a really common thread in Visalia. Oops. Well, because
Good
just
job.
it's
That's all right.
affordable. They go from
Yeah.
a big city to here.
Yep. I want out.
It's fine. We haven't given any addresses yet, like this one.
Not yet.
Let's just
I'm not
dox
doing. I'm not
ourselves. That'd
doing.
be
I'm
cool.
not doing that. I'm not giving an address.
What's up, Philip?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go.
Yes, the only reason I brought you up here was to say that. Just
Oh.
seemed incredibly important to
Yeah.
feel.
No, that definitely is. I thought it was more personal.
No,
'cause you
that
said you
is
were getting
very
angry.
important.
I thought you were gonna vent.
It's good to know.
I think that's not why Philip was getting angry. But it's personal to me just because hearing somebody that was a group, and well, I assumed since you knew the one person you were dating, but maybe it's just because he's my brother.
Ah, your brother
I
was in this
can't-
group.
That's the
Being
same
he's-
person.
No,
didn't date
it's
his
saying
brother.
different people. I thought Philip might find it important too, but it's of hearing that there's terrorists calling themselves the Wanted Wanderers, and that's the same thing my brother was. It's I don't think he can't be one.
No,
It's-
no,
it's
yeah.
just-
People just make enemies by assuming that they're doing the right thing.
That
And then
is.
But he
anyone
would
who-
have no reason to be here anyways. So my
Maybe
question
he's
is
fighting. Yeah. Sorry.
why is
Okay.
there people here using that name and using his symbol because he
And
worshipped the unicorn?
These people seem to be misrepresenting what the Wanted Wanderers stood for. That is not something that I
So-
necessarily would
if-
stand for.
If you guys know what the Wanted Wanderers wanted, wow, that's ironic. But if you know that, then we should probably approach these people, figure out why they're misunderstanding, and maybe set them on the right track. We can always snuff them out too and make a lot more money. I mean,
That's
the
more. Why
enemy-
are they using that name?
the enemy of my enemy is not always my friend.
I think
That's
we
not
should
what they
determine
say.
who our real friends and enemies are once we know what these people are standing for. If they are
Yeah,
simply
but-
using the Wanted Wanderer name to incite hysteria, then
You put my
perhaps they
thought
should
into
be
about
dealt
8
with.
words. But for now, are we tired? Because if we're not, we can go hunt them now. Maybe they work under the cover of night.
Again, I don't think Kurt will miss an opportunity to perform. Just
Yeah, you're right. I forgot
an
twice
idea. We could, however, leave after the performance.
now. Okay. Ironically,
No, we cannot. Sundown,
Where's
the
the
curfew. If we're going to stay quiet, we should not leave at sundown.
if
They
they're
might think we
terrorists
are.
and they work outside of the curfew.
Yes, but the guards don't see
That's
that.
right,
They
you
might
did say
think that
that.
we're part of them.
They've had however long to find a way to work around the guards. We have a day.
And I
Okay.
don't think we're a traveling band will work on a curfew.
No,
We
could
are.
talk
my
to the
idea
blacks.
is probably the sewers.
You guys, just to let you know, you have about 4 hours, as sunset is at about 7:30.
Oh.
Right, but when is the musical performance supposed to be?
You guys just said
Yeah,
tonight.
Yeah.
I
So
was gonna
night
assume
means
probably after 7, after curfew.
Perhaps.
Should we not talk to maybe the blacksmith? Probably.
I
not
think we
really.
should. I'm down with that today.
And just see
Perhaps.
what if they have any insight.
I don't know what Kurt's runtime is though.
I don't know
I don't
what
know.
your
Then-
feelings are about this, Phelan, but if you have personal relations to one of the Wanted Wanderers, perhaps that could be used as an in. If you tell them that you are the brother of one of them, one of the real ones, who knows what they may regard you as.
Okay.
I'm perfectly ready to go talk to a blacksmith and see ancient lovers and lost brothers. But right now, I'm going to go downstairs because I know you had more than lentils and you didn't finish everything. I'm going to
You
There's
are
like a
free.
single
You are free
clam.
to
Will be
finish the half bowl of clams that I did not.
I will in a moment, and then we can go.
There's a single unfinished clam in Stibble's nose.
We can go find Kurt by yelling loudly at a distance. Then we'll go talk to a blacksmith. But for now,
As
I eat
as
clams and lentils.
as Stibbles leaves, and Cardos will turn to Philip. I apologize if I angered you. Perhaps we will just have to see this matter differently. The matter downstairs.
Once again, Phelan is going, oh no, we're in danger.
I'm just thinking about the fact that Kurt swooned this woman with a fucking afro.
And it's Charlie Chaplin! Oh god!
Dressed in winter clothes.
Like, whoa, you're weird.
But
You-
that kind of weird, that lady knows.
And then
She's good.
finishing that, you see more of the one of the more respectable members of this group, and I am pleased that we are acquaintances.
I can't say the same yet, but I'm sure you'll prove yourself to me.
You are not the first. I appreciate the chance. That is more than most give.
I'm gonna rest now. I just ran across the city.
Kurt comes back at like 4.
Does he actually kind of laugh at that a little bit?
So, one of the commenters is Tet, I think. Sorry if I'm saying this wrong.
Is
You're
that-
weird. I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's actually Lesbiana who's been
Is
doing
it?
all the
It
art.
looks like the symbol, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello, Leslie.
All right, guys, I think we're in the clear.
Hello.
I went down there to the table, and there was a rat.
One that you summoned?
What?
No, but that means maybe I can.
Yes.
Why is this important?
Most cities have
It
rats.
might be.
Kurt comes back at like 4:30 p.m.
We just talk about
Whoa,
rats.
Fine.
Flowers in their afro.
Yeah. Yes, a little crown of flowers.
One portion
This-
of the afro's flattened.
Is Sue's with, or did she go and do something else?
You would have gotten to town, she would have split off from you. So she came back with you, and then she went.
Sure.
And she was like, I live here, by the way. And then, see you later.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sure. Definitely takes note.
Oh, good. Kurt doesn't have to stay here tonight.
For an after curfew rendezvous.
Yeah, that's right.
After curfew.
Curfew.
Oh.
Hey. Kurt is
Oh,
gonna
that's
get
fun.
Kurt's gonna get their guitar and prep for a set.
All right. I assume everyone preps for the set.
I will take up my position as guard dog and nothing else.
Come on.
Sorry,
We
guard
didn't
dragon.
go talk to
I
a
suppose.
blacksmith. Are we just gonna perform instead? I mean, we could wait.
It may be wise to do that in the morning. Oh yes, Kurt. We should tell you.
Haste is key.
I kind of motion for them to go upstairs.
Oh, we're going up. Okay.
Yes.
Is it that kind of upstairs?
Yes.
No.
No,
That's exactly
for
what
context,
it is, Kurt. Let's go.
I'm gonna follow.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Okay, yeah. Still surprised. Still has some like weird food bit stuck in his beard.
A rat stuck in my.
Once we're upstairs, say, Philip has already found one of the signs of this group calling themselves the Wanted Wanderers. We could
Alright,
speak to
Philip,
the
we
blacksmith ahead of time, or wait till the morning. However, if we wait until your performance, we will have to wait until morning due to the curfew.
But they probably work outside of curfew because they're technically terrorists who don't follow the rules.
But that
So if we
doesn't
were to
mean
talk
that
to them
we
tonight,
will.
It could mean that they have an operation going on tonight that
It
we
means
might miss
would
out
draw-
on.
It could mean that we draw attention to ourselves that we shouldn't be.
That
is also
completely
correct.
newcomers.
Was the symbol, Phil? Was the symbol permanent, or was it like an etched drawing?
Was it carved into the building or
Was like painted on.
It was like carved and painted.
Is it
carved
a
and
piece
painted?
of printer paper?
Well, if it's carved into
Scotch tape.
stone,
Yeah.
if it's carved into stone, that's a little more permanent than a chalk marking. In my experience, if you don't intend to stay a while, you do something less permanent. If perhaps you make a more a permanent base of operations, you permanently mark your building.
Yeah, I think I got a little too excited. They're probably up to nothing at all. If this guy's been here for a little while, could have been waiting for 14
This
days.
could be an entrance to some sort of underground base, though.
Yes.
Well, that's
could be.
conveniently inconvenient. And you know what's underground? More rats.
Exactly.
Well, we do.
Stibble just wants to.
We should also consider the fact that we do have a room here for the night.
Yeah.
If we were to not return to our accommodations, would the bartender take notice?
Probably.
Well, he would certainly take notice if we had promised to render a service and then promptly
Did not.
disregarded.
6.
I know. This is,
Something not
Look
really
at
answering.
6. Back to ruining streams.
1/15 of a.
He's like, I
6 was
demand
literally like,
dinner.
oh fuck, you're streaming. It's those guys again. Let me show them my asshole. Hang on.
You're running
Remind you
100 miles
guys
an
what
hour.
you missed.
Let me show you my personality in physical form.
I believe it would be wisest to wait until the morning, giving all of the situations at hand.
All right,
I agree.
I agree.
let's gear up for a banging show. I can probably make some magic light still. I mean, even though I can perform now that I have a flute.
Yes, and I do understand that that is very important, but that is all the more reason to not go hastily.
Wait, no, I can only make fake lights.
Sibbles,
up?
are you going to play the rat flute as we perform?
Yeah, but it doesn't make rats.
I'm sorry, the rat
that's like-
flute?
He bought a rat flute.
What does that mean?
It summons rats when you play it
Yeah,
a certain way.
Maybe don't play that in a tavern.
well, no, I have to play it a certain way.
I see.
It's like a willpower thing. So as long as I don't think about rats, we should be fine. Hopefully.
You specifically went downstairs to look for a rat 30 minutes ago.
I think rats are always on your mind.
No, I think it's just a phase. It's one of those things because I was thinking about capybaras, And then whatever that little guy that I had on my back was, I still don't know. But I was obsessed with him. I think it's just a temporary thing.
You would hate where I'm from. There are very few rats.
I would hate where you're from now.
Yes.
There were a lot of cats, though, right?
Yes.
That's fine.
That's why there are very few.
It's
rats.
funny because I'm pretty sure that cats eat spiders.
Yes, they do.
The beautiful irony.
They eat anything that moves, really.
I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable and not feel very safe. Just like spiders. I like how Six just jumped up, took my D20, and is now in the back of the room with my D20.
Is he rolling well?
Yeah.
Probably. He's rolling a lot.
He's
You
probably
know,
rolling
cats-
better than
cats-
Logan does.
Cats mirror their owners. You know that, right? They like to, if you're doing something and they're bored, they want to do what you're doing. It's what he's doing. He's like, you're streaming? I got to be on camera. I got to roll dice.
It's an attention
know
deficit
what?
thing.
You know what? And Logan is the one that tends to throw his dice on the floor.
That he's
And
there, man.
Six is
He's
throwing
like,
it on the
"Fucking
floor."
gotta roll this shit.
He will knock
Throw it
whatever I
across the
have
room.
on my desk off to get attention. And if it's
Aw.
something that looks like a toy, then he's just got to get distracted.
Aw, poor baby.
I
Yeah.
love this stupid,
I don't
stupid
play with him
gremlin.
enough.
No, he is a stupid gremlin.
And
Oh,
we love him
Gerbo.
so.
All right,
Any
Yeah,
other
sorry.
way?
Rip Gerbo.
I'm sorry, the real saddest death of season 1 was Gerbo. Okay.
The one where we just went, oh yeah, Gerbo's dead.
Yeah, where Stibbles is just like, "Where's
Not the
Gerbo?"
one that had an hour of an episode dedicated to it.
Definitely not. That
Good
was
job,
second
Spencer. You
saddest.
got two gnomes going again.
Oh god.
All right.
Always.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
All right, we've got a performance
Where are
to
your
do.
parents?
Who
You guys are gonna
your
go
parents,
perform in the
tall
tavern?
child?
Yeah, I'm
Gotta
gonna
give him
I'm
my
gonna
D20.
be you,
I
you,
don't
you know how there's like the guards that stand near the front of the near the
Bouncers?
front.
You're gonna
yeah.
bounce the.
Not a bounce.
performers?
No, not a bouncer. It's like, you know
Bounce.
how when like you go to a concert, there's always like the guys that
Oh,
were
you're
hired
the guy at the
to
barricade?
stand at the barricade to make sure that like the band doesn't
You're-
get rushed. That's
the
what
security for
Cardos is
hecklers.
doing.
Okay, so you guys are in this tavern, this tiny tavern, and you're
With
five
two
of you
people.
playing, and
There's two people.
4 people in here, and Cardos is like making sure nobody fucking rushes them.
This is what I get hired to
You
do.
outnumber everyone.
You
He's like,
outsized.
just fucking making sure. Just
Look, it's what I was hired to do.
I know. It's
Tired.
just a really funny scene. Oh,
Miss 2 level 3.
So
misses
we
to level
rock
3.
the stage.
Level
Yeah, okay,
3.
everybody roll performance.
Oh my
Fuck.
god.
Except for you, card ass.
Bro.
You
No.
card everybody like an
I got
ass.
a -1 to that. He is just constantly going, no, don't do this.
Kurt is going to the
Hey.
performance that actually I'll roll it first and then I'll describe what Kurt does.
Can I cast guidance on myself before I do?
Dirty
Yes, you
20.
Can I have my card, please?
I like that we're using our cards on this.
And game's almost over.
Yeah.
We don't know
That's
that.
fair.
What if everything explodes at the
Oh,
night and
God.
we don't get them back?
Lord
We
have
already
mercy.
did combat once. We're
That-
fine.
Yeah, I
We're
understand.
fine.
We would definitely get it back because it'd be nice.
Dope.
Ooh.
Sorry,
He's
stream,
going
you don't get to
ape
see
shit
it,
on that
but
D20.
Jennifer just sent me an update for the art.
I hope
for
you
card
can
ass.
request like a rainbow version.
I like this a lot.
He's super cute.
This is
he's
very
going
good.
crazy because Marissa isn't here. And he knocked the D20 into my sock, and now he's confused because my sock smells like different things.
What the fuck? What is this?
Wait, Logan's over there. Oh, that
Aw.
looks fucking
Where's the
cool.
dice? I know,
He's
right?
so not smart, and I love him.
Why? See, I was always like Dragonborn or dumb until I played one, and I was like, "Fuck, this is cool."
Mm.
Give me a number 1 through 10, Philip.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 9.
Hey.
I like how you said it, Logan.
All right.
Performance. 15.
15. So, Phelan, what'd you get? What'd you get, Phelan?
He's not part of the performance.
What are you doing then?
Not anywhere near there.
So security with
Phelan is the second
have-
guard.
Two of us are just making sure none of the four of you fucking want to hurt her.
Yeah.
She's armored. We're just
brandishing
making sure.
and cleaning their weapons as we play.
It's more of like he just doesn't want to be anywhere near there.
What'd you get, Lilia?
Same, but that's my excuse.
It's more of you look
Lydia's
around and
voice
Phelan's
is
not.
a little wavery at a 10 with the performance.
Okay, not bad.
It's not
Stibbles.
horrible, but it's not super confident still.
Stibbles,
14.
14. What are you playing, Stibbles?
I'm playing the pan flute normally.
Got it. Toot, toot. Thinking
and
really
I'm-
hard
I'm-
about not rats.
Yeah, I'm also casting minor illusion to just have like,
Sick.
I don't know, interpretive dance conducted by tiny illusions.
Of
Philip,
rats.
15. Phelan,
Rats.
NA. Stibbles, 14. Lilia, 10. And Kurt.
dirty 20.
All right.
And Kurt's going to sort of start the set by puffing on their pipe.
Cool, cool.
And Kurt is going to launch into a number they've been working on
Oh no.
for a little while. It's a little rough, but it's called Unicorn Dragon Fight. And the smoke becomes the unicorn and the dragon, and they fight in the air as it's essentially like probably like a 20-minute like jazz rock odyssey.
Very good. Jazz rock odyssey.
What in
Sounds
the world
sounds
is
like something
that?
Dream Theater would
That's
do.
so innovative.
Yeah, it's
Experimental.
it's just like it's like the same thing. It's just like either played faster or slower, and like essentially
Or you just
everyone
rely
else-
on motifs the whole
everyone else is just like playing rhythm, and Kurt is going insane on their guitar. Like
Yeah,
if
Lilia, you're
everyone's
having
standing
to like
there,
the
and Kurt's
Lilia's-
running around stage.
Yeah, so the tempo is just shifting so much that Lilia is having a hard time adjusting to it. So
Yeah.
Lilia, you are constantly like say, and you gotta turn, and you have to keep eyeing Philip, who's doing the
And Philip's just
percussion.
like, what the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?
and Lilia is like, am I? And Philip just keeps giving you looks of like, I don't know yet.
Just keep looking. Keep going.
Both of us are just like, yeah.
We're basically just playing like scenes from an Italian restaurant where we shift like the pace and the tone 4 times.
Yeah. Oh man.
Especially since I think like Lilia is much better at like the softer, slower song type of
Yeah.
songs. So
We
this
start out with
crazy
that.
ass thing is just like, what?
Kurt has spent the last couple days teaching you all like 3 songs, and the song they began is none of those songs.
Sounds about fucking right.
God,
And
sounds like any music class.
The
Yeah.
performance comes to an end. Tavern,
Everyone
they all
vomits.
a roar and laughter, laughter and
Oh,
Applause.
fuck.
For whole people.
it's both,
Man.
and then mostly in applause. They're just like, "Wow, it was incredible." They all come and talk to you afterwards, but Phelan and Cardos are like,
No.
okay, fine, okay, you can see him. Just all you three."
Not being
I
that.
know, I'm kidding.
Especially since Phelan doesn't even want to be nearby. Like on the other side of the room, trying to hide in a corner.
He's like
They
in their
talk to you
room.
afterwards. They think it's great. They're like, the interpretiveness between like the jazz and the rock was great. And there was somebody else who's just like, I thought that the plight between the unicorn and the dragon is something I've been dealing with in my own self this past
I
month.
fuck with that
And it
guy for
really-
like 5 minutes,
Okay.
and then I just walk away in the middle of him ranting. Like, I thought he was interested in the story, so I'm like, all right, so you understood. And he's like, well, you see, my personal interpretation was that I thought I was the dragon. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to
Just
kill
walk away. He's like,
Whatever.
oh no.
We
I guess I
actually
need to
fought
be
this
more of a
dragon.
dragon. So
It was a literal kid.
it's about 5:30.
We still have 2 hours.
You waiting until
45
dark?
dumbass.
No.
We're going tomorrow.
Oh,
We are
Our pla-
going tomorrow.
well,
apparently,
you guys
yeah.
are just chilling here. Then that's fine. You guys
We chill and we
played-
I
grow.
drink lots of
Lady.
tea.
I'm curious. Does Kurt chill here, or does he go to a person's house?
Kurt, yeah, Kurt might. Yeah, I mean, if it's
Yeah.
well before sunset,
Yeah, you have enough body armor.
you guys look around and Kurt's just not there anymore. What?
You leave the party for sloppy seconds.
Yes. Don't
Is it
shame
sloppy
them.
seconds if it was
No.
your firsts?
No, it's not.
It's
I
more of
guess.
like just
Own
a second
seconds.
round.
I don't think that's how that works. I think that's just called a
No, you're
continued
right.
relationship.
You're right. I got the terminology wrong. That's my bad.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, me and my girl,
round two.
we're on like sloppy 34ths. It's weird.
You see, I identified as
I
a
can
different
barely
person
look her
back
in the
then.
eye anymore. I know all the me's she's been sleeping with.
And I've come to terms with all of them.
Personality disorder.
But you're a polygamist. So you're like, dude,
Oh, jeez.
can't believe you fucked that guy yesterday. That was crazy. And they're like,
Just
what the hell?
himself.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's so funny.
All right,
Okay.
yeah.
So you guys, Kurt disappears. You guys all head to sleep eventually. When the sun eventually does go down, there's this very distant bell toll that echoes throughout the entire city, and it goes for like 30 seconds, just dong dong, dong dong,
Shame.
dong dong. Not like that.
Shame.
But,
Shame.
you and eventually it stops, and it is dark outside at this point. The innkeeper locks their doors. It's like this camera shot of the city. It's all dark at this point. Everybody's locking their doors. They're going inside, and all of the city's life is just snuffed out. All of the lights on the buildings go lit, and there is no one in the streets. You all head to your respective beds, or under your
wait.
beds, or on the floor.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'll kind of. Is there a window?
there is.
Okay. Are there guards?
You watch the empty
I'll
street
try and
stibbles.
like
Yeah,
for the
no.
first hour and a half, I'll be like, what's their schedule like?
Roll a perception check.
My passive is 15.
Phelan would be interested
fine.
in this too. You know, just this is
Oh,
weird.
sorry.
So he would be intrigued. Let me.
Oh my god. Okay.
Give me a second.
18 plus
I cannot
18
roll.
plus 5, that's 23.
All right.
I'm 18.
You have
So,
secret police.
24. So the two of you are looking out the window and just kind of watching. And it's empty streets, just dark as you kind of look out. And occasionally you do see, just silently, a group of about 3 or 4 guards with lanterns kind of walk down the street. And they're not like actively searching,
Mhm.
but they're walking and they're on a patrol. And then about 30 minutes later, you see them again. About 30 minutes later, you see them again.
That's pretty fast.
But the two of you are able to notice in between these shifts, in between some of the alleyways that you see in the distant streets, you see movement. And at first you're like, did you? And you just keep watching. And then between one of the shifts, about midway through, you see someone. Their eyes are glowing this deep red color. And they come out of an alleyway. And they're moving and they're dragging a body. There's a blood trail behind the body. And they move and they turn and they look around. And then they go over to a manhole covering. They, with one hand, this person has immense strength, just pulls it off, throws the body into it, and then looks up towards the two of you in the window.
I will nod.
You watch as this person,
Mhm.
who the two of you with your incredible perception now notice have sharpened claws
Flick him back from the window.
climbs down into the manhole and covers it up. 5 minutes later, the guards walk right on past. They see the blood trail.
Yeah, what do they
look
do?
around. They look at it and they look around. They go into the alleyway and they're like concerned. And then they kind of just one of them walks off. Another one comes back. They mop it up.
Is it very clear that the blood just leads into the manhole?
Yeah.
Okay.
They see it. They don't seem like distressed, but they are surprised. So they're like, it's almost like they went, oh shit. And they're like, we got to do something about this. And then they like found a mop. They mopped it up and they're like, okay. And they kept on their walk.
Daily kind of bullshit.
Yep. And that's what you guys see.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Place has a vampire problem.
There is no
Oh, is it
gold
vampire?
in this place.
You know,
Vampires?
it's possible.
What
You know,
else could it
maybe.
be?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe
Claws?
wake everyone up.
I was trying to sleep. You
We
know,
kind of
you say
didn't do
vampire
jack
and that.
shit yesterday. Yeah, I'll go around wake
Yeah.
everyone up.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like 11:30.
Yeah, I'm assuming most of us haven't like really
I
fallen
was
asleep
Phelan.
not
yet.
even fully asleep yet. What is
I
it?
have special
I've
gnome
probably
eyes.
already tranced then, if it's been like 5 hours since we finished
Oh
up.
yeah.
So Philip's awake.
He's like, what? Vampires?
What?
Okay. But
Okay.
he's assuming. He's coming to a conclusion.
So
But at the same time, could be wrong. But I mean, like, what
first
else?
off, the guy that we met, he bullshit. The curfew is barely enforced. It's every half an hour. That's nothing. You can do so much in half an hour. Second, I don't think that like the secret people that we're after tomorrow are working under the veil of night, but there is someone who's doing that. It's a big dude with big stinky claws. He
Red eyes
carried
and
a
claws.
red eyes. That's right.
He
Forgot about that part.
one-handedly opened the sewer gate.
That does not sound like something any normal human creature could do.
That is technically an act of terrorism because I was terrified, but I feel like if you label a group, that's not always like everything that happens is what they did. So I feel like this is still unrelated, probably. Maybe not.
The guards hid it. There was a blood trail, and they hid it.
Oh yeah, that was important. It was super obvious that like you could trail the thing that killed a guy and it pulled him in there, and I feel like they could have figured it out super easy, but they just didn't.
I wonder if they did it so they wouldn't have to go down, or if
Well,
they
yeah,
did it,
they probably just don't get paid enough.
or if they did it to hide the fact that there is death happening.
It's technically both. They're
Vampires-
hiding death that's happening because they don't want to deal with it because they're lazy.
Vampires can be very charming.
Or not being
Ah,
active in your
vampires.
job and not being killed by vampires is also a very charming reality.
I
You all
do.
hear rattling.
I don't.
Just like.
By the way, Jacob, I sent you a message.
All right, I'll look at it.
Can
I didn't
I?
see you.
If I die right now, I will come back
Yes.
as a ghost, and I
It
will
looked at
haunt
us.
whatever the fuck just did that.
Did we hear like where it seemed like it was coming from?
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Did we hear the
Lady.
direction?
Yes, Phelan. Phelan, your
Is it
sword.
the
is
sword?
Does your
What does that
sword
mean?
long for vampire blood?
No, but the last time I did this, we were attacked by the Rakshasa, the cat thing. And then the couple nights before, there was the same rattling. I
So
don't
it probably hunts things that aren't from this world.
Well, that's what I do for a living.
Or it knows when
Then-
danger is
see.
close.
I'm going to assume
I
that.
feel
They've
like
always been
danger-
protective.
It might be like things that aren't from here that are dangerous. I mean, it's
They're-
blatant that we're
Vampires
ignoring
are
the
just
problem.
undead.
After
I
about
feel like it just became urgent.
I'm
30
going
to 40 seconds,
test
rattling
this.
stops.
Oh, I was going to test a theory while the rattling was happening.
Oh, what were
Okay,
you gonna
everything-
test?
I
just
was
went from
going
orange to
to
red.
go over to our door
Okay, you go to the door.
and go to open it. If anyone stops me, I won't do it. But
No.
and I'm gonna look
You-
outside. Anything?
Roll a perception check.
I
Oh,
will,
God.
however, state that I am on the border of shitting my pants.
It's Rakshasa Trump.
15.
I will just say I am on the border of shitting my pants.
15.
15. You open the door and peer your head out into a silent hallway, empty, and you hear the squeaking of the stairs. And that's it.
I'm gonna turn.
And then as you turn and come back in, Phelan sort of like, "Drrrr."
I missed a call.
Your belief was not wrong. Someone just went down the stairs. Likely heard
Down or
me
up? You kidding me?
I would have
Phil's
seen
gonna-
them if they came up. They likely heard me open the door.
Philip's gonna
Can you
start putting
see
his armor on.
all the stairs?
Okay.
No, I
Leah
can't
isn't
see
gonna
all
put
the
her
stairs.
armor on, but she's gonna put her shield on.
But it would stand to reason, would it not? The sword started rattling. We believed there was danger near. I opened the door, something started walking down or upstairs. I did not see it come up, and then shortly following, the rattling stopped. It sounds like whatever was hunting did not want to be captured or seen.
That's what hunting is. That's
The first
exactly
night.
what hunting is.
The first night that it happened, did we get attacked by anything?
No. I woke up. Stibbles woke up too.
We were not
Yeah, I'm
attacked
good at
this
doing
time
that
either.
sometimes.
Perhaps it
And
just was
then-
something hostile is near. I also stands to reason that it would likely be the Rakshasa. It knows
Well,
it can't take us in a fair fight.
Hostility and danger are two very different things. If that thing glows when something is hostile, that means it's directed at the sword's wielder or the vicinity.
Yes.
And
If
Kurt's
something is
just
dangerous,
having time of their life.
we're all dangerous. We could probably all kill Phelan if we tried hard enough, individually.
What is happening?
I'm clarifying.
Conversation.
Regardless, the Rakshasa.
That sword would always be shaking if it shook in danger.
There is a difference
Phelan's
between
just like
something
stepping away from
wanting to fight
Stibbles.
us. Yes, but none of us are dangerous to Phelan.
That's debatable. None of us are malicious to Phelan.
I think
Would
you're-
any of us intentionally hit our friend?
That's what I'm saying. Is that there's something here that would intentionally hit Phelan specifically.
We are saying the same thing, but you are speaking in circles.
I'm very good at that.
He doesn't
I am
like this conversation
I am
at
a
all.
person who is a part of a druid
Phelan?
circle. It's kind of my thing.
Where did you get your sword
That's not how that
from?
works.
When I was
Do you
young,
know the origins of it?
no. I was given them to me when I became a blood hunter, and that's what kept me alive.
Is the sword still shaking?
No. It
Has
hasn't
it ever
been
done
shaken
this
for like
before?
2 minutes.
I hate that.
Before
No.
the recently. No.
No.
Can- Are you capable of speaking to the swords? You mentioned that they protected you.
I haven't tried. And especially, it used to be easier when, before I was turned to stone, but I think a lot of their magic faded.
I see. Well, there is legend of sentient weapons. Is that what they were?
Most likely.
I look at my dart.
I do not believe a simple... Oh, never mind.
Oh, don't acknowledge me.
You let me know
Hey.
whenever I have my armor on.
Mhm.
You would have it on by now.
Philip's
we
gonna
go?
downstairs.
Philip goes over to the door, opens it, and walks out.
I'm gonna go with Philip.
Phelan is already like, yeah. He's
Yeah.
probably like shrugging on his like.
You make
I
your
will
way down.
follow
Lelia
after
sans
the
armor.
first two.
As you do, and you step down the stairs,
Dead person.
you guys kind of quietly and slowly make your way down and kind of turn. There's a bit of candlelight in the main room of the inn. The tables are still set up. The stage where you just once performed is still there. But there is no one here. There is no bartender. There are no patrons. It's empty.
That's not-
Jacob, did I see people... Did I see, they were closing up for the night, did the bartender, like, sweep up and stuff?
Yeah.
Are there tracks coming inside? Because there shouldn't be if the bartender swept. If someone, like, brought in mud.
Roll survival.
That's a survival check.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Have
Oh,
a
yeah.
candlelight.
Yeah.
I would also absolutely be
That's
interested in deducing that.
That's a perfect picture to put like on a book.
I rolled an
Just
11.
disappointed.
My struggle.
I got a I got a 24.
Woo!
Okay.
Does it seem like there has been something here other than everyone that we've seen here?
Cardos get.
11.
All right. Cardos, you look and you can't seem to see anything. Stibbles, you look down. Yes. You kind of lean down. You can smell, and you can you can see. There is a bit of like dirt, trailing in.
Okay.
And then trailing out.
Something that would have naturally been cleaned, but isn't.
Yes.
It trails
And
out.
the one thing you notice, you smell something really awful, and it's a single person. It trails out.
Me.
And it goes towards the stairs. Now you smell something really gross, like really stingy. This person was barefoot.
Well, okay. Gross can mean a lot of different things. Does it mean that they're covered in like bacteria and
No,
mold?
the bad smell you're gathering is just their feet.
Okay, so very unwashed, essentially, or recently dumped into something that is not clean.
It would be about average. I'm just flavoring your perception check.
Sorry,
It's
I'm
you're
overanalyzing for
no,
sure.
no,
Go
you're
ahead.
fine. It's cool.
Well, no,
think about that.
it's pretty important because you just saw a man jump into the sewer. So if it's like, oh, this is like sewer shit, then that's different. So.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are correct. Then
Does it smell like shit and piss?
It doesn't smell like shit and piss.
Okay.
It just
I'm
smells
a
like
gross guy.
ew, like a gross smell. It's like
It's just,
Oh,
just
there's
like
no-
slightly sweaty.
yeah, and you find like perspiration on the ground. It's like oh
Yeah,
this person
makes
was
sense. I got you.
Is
Yep.
the door still locked?
I do not.
You mentioned that we saw.
No.
this.
I do
You go to
not
the door.
I
see
was
the
always thinking
sign
that, but
of
Lily did not see
entrance.
it locked in the first place. So.
I'm going to try and trail where it went out, and I'm gonna
Stibbles
like
walking out.
I'm now in Stibble's serious mode. I'm gonna gesture for people to follow.
Perhaps we should not leave without Kurt. Do we have a way
I thought Kurt was here.
We have no way of
No.
knowing where Kurt went.
Do we have a way to mask that we are leaving, that people cannot tell that it is us?
Yeah, we'd be really quiet, and we not take 30 minutes.
I wear very large armor.
Then we don't take 30 minutes, or
Did you
maybe
put your armor
25.
back on?
I thought you were covered in scales.
I am. That does not mean that I do not wear armor.
Was that offensive for me to say?
No.
Okay.
However, Philip is right.
I gotta stay focused though, so I can't.
My
I can't
AC is
deviate. I gotta follow this
currently
thing.
not that.
Yeah, because we Lily had already taken off the armor. and
Give me
didn't put it back
a
on.
moment. If one of you would help, it would go much quicker. And I go upstairs.
All right.
Runs back up. How
Oh, does
quickly would
Phelan
it-
come up too?
Yeah, I'm saying you're just like runs
I
back
mean,
up to
if-
put on armor.
If we're putting armor on, Lily's gonna go up and do that as well.
Yeah, but I guess we can just help each other. And it takes
just-
2 minutes instead of 20.
I'm
Yeah.
standing in the lobby with my anxiety levels just rising.
All right, so 2
slowly.
minutes later, we come back down in our armor.
I was gonna ask, how quickly does studded leather say? Do you have that?
Not
Studded
long.
leather is
I was
like,
It's just it's like a shirt, pretty much.
I know.
It's
I could
just
see him just like putting it on, like as they're walking down. He's just like buckling it.
What type of armor does Carter's wear?
chain.
Lily has half plate, so it's like full blown. Like oh,
hmm Regardless, it wouldn't. You could probably put on the studded leather in the amount of time it takes Lelia and I to put on our armor, like helping each other.
yeah.
So-
Just helping each other is just completely like going
Right.
through the motions.
Put on your armor.
If only I had prepared the spell, it would allow me to contact Kurt, so he would at least be aware.
I'm very uncomfortable. I've been standing here for over 2 minutes, and
understand
all
that.
I've been able to focus on is the smell of unwashed feet. Thoroughly unwashed feet. I would have appreciated the ability to leave sooner, but I understand that you needed armor.
When was the
And because you have
the
armor
last
now, could
guard?
you please go in front of me?
When was the last guard patrol?
It was 5 minutes less than when we saw that thing. So literally like 3 minutes ago.
No, it
4
has
minutes
been
ago.
closer to 20 minutes.
What the fuck?
If Philip put on his armor and he's wearing heavy armor, that takes 10 minutes. So it's been at least 15.
Philip, that sucks.
It also weighs like 50 pounds.
So it
Yeah,
was
it's
10. So
heavy.
we started talking.
40. Sorry.
We started talking. We heard the noise. Philip put on his
was
armor.
halfway.
We came downstairs, investigated. We went back up and put on our armor and came back down. It's probably been 20, 25 minutes.
Okay, we've got about 8 minutes. I
in
race
5.
after the smell.
Let's go.
Let's go. He's
Jake.
gonna head out.
Sorry, you're gonna step out.
You're gonna have to lead the way.
Right. You make your way out of the tavern. You see a dark, empty street. And in the distance, you can see a little bit of a light kind of turning the corner. The guards will definitely be here in
Holy
about
shit.
2 to 3 minutes.
That's fine. That's pretty far.
Can we at least...
I'm trying to rapidly follow the scent.
Okay.
It's a very distinct thing. It's like
Yeah. Roll
nasty
another
ass
survival
prunes.
check.
Shit. Okay.
I can try to lead them away.
No, we should not split up. That is. Very
I'll take a
dangerous.
card. This is pretty important.
I was gonna say if you didn't have a card already, I would have used.
So I have
Number 1 through
11.
10.
Currently have 11.
You currently have 11.
Oh, 2.
1, 2, plus 4.
That
That's
sucks my ass.
15.
15.
I'll toss in a card.
Number.
You know, yeah. While
4.
I was waiting, can I have cast guidance on myself? I didn't think it would take that long.
Sure.
Okay.
Plus 3 from Lelia.
So
So,
7. So 18.
18.
Plus 2.
So dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You go out, and everybody follows Stibbles as he kind of begins to move through the scent. You can still kind of smell this creature. You're like, if I was a dog, this would be so easy.
Yeah. Or
But,
if they didn't take 2 minutes to put on clothes.
Yeah. And you begin to kind of follow it, and you move. It leads across the street into the alleyway.
Okay.
You guys go into the alleyway and kind of follow after. You kind of step over like trash and gunk, and then eventually kind of turn another corner and head up a small amount of stairs over to another street. And then you make your way down into another alleyway, and you're good like maybe a couple of minutes away from the inn at this point as you guys are moving through the dark streets. It's difficult for you to see Phelan, but eventually your eyes do adjust to your surroundings. And you come to a much wider alleyway. You smell more tracks here, a lot more. As you get closer from the other alleyways, you hear footsteps. You hear other footsteps kind of flanking the group of you. You see a familiar person step forward, the other one that you had seen. This person has kind of short brown hair, the red eyes, and kind of steps forward with clawed fingers. This is the person you saw way earlier. And he kind of looks over and he just kind of stares at you. You see another one, a woman, kind of push forward and look at all of you. And then another, and they come forward. There are 3 of them. And they just stare at you. They're in kind of like a defensive stance.
Look, we're not here to be intrusive. We'd kind of just want to know. Do you guys speak common?
At the same time, all 3 of them, completely in sync, say, "You're past curfew.
So are you.
Immediate justice must be enacted. Kill the perpetrators." And that is where we're going to end tonight's game.
Oh, Jesus.
I was gonna say I'm gonna cast a 3rd level command.
Thanks everybody for joining us.
The secret
for
police are
tonight's game.
vampires. It makes sense.
Oh boy.
Thanks everybody for joining us for tonight's game.
That's why the guards. Yep.
All right, that's
Who
fun.
knows? We will be back tomorrow for a Halloween one-shot, so make sure to
Hell
check
yeah.
check out for that one. And yeah, guys, we'll see you next week for Avnia, and in 2 weeks we'll be back with another game of Evenfall.
Kirsch just having a good time. Must be nice.
Yeah, having a good time. Having
Wait.
a good time.
Yeah, that's right. So we have Halloween, then Avnia, then Evenfall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks everybody for joining.
And
Thanks G Fuel. Thanks
obviously-
you patrons.
Obviously, Tomb will also be running. over
Yeah,
time.
we'll have that up soon.
One
See
second.
you guys next time.
There was a donation. Slam Duncan, I guess $4.99. I guess you could say wizards are a core member of the party. It'd be a damn shame if the party ever happened to lose one. Anyways, enjoy the game.
That's so funny. I peed my pants.
That's the end of the stream.